like tag videos because I usually find them kind of boring, but I do love the my first time tag. First of all, it sounded very sexual, so I used to like click on all the my first times. I'm like, ooh, my first time, let's hear about it. But it's not what you think it is, but it's still a really fun tag. So I have my little iPad mini, which I'm in love with, and I'm going to answer some questions. This feels just like the MySpace days when they used to have those little like surveys you could like fill out and post on your blog. I love it. So much fun, and I tag all of you to do it too. So if you guys have never made a video, or you do make videos and you want to do a tag, I highly suggest this one. I think it's super, super fun. So I wasn't tagged, I just decided to do it because that's, you know, what I do. I just do what I want. Okay. Do you still talk to your first love? No, I don't. He was awful. I actually had my first love when I was 20, and he actually ended up being terrible, but I was madly in love with him. He's the only person I ever was in love with, and I don't talk to him anymore. He was just too toxic for me. Sometimes what you want is not what you need in your life. Sometimes you can love someone, and they may not be good for your life, and you gotta cut them out. As hard as it may be, in the end, if it's not good for you, you gotta cut them. So I do not talk to my first love. What was your first alcoholic drink? Oh my gosh. Well, no, it's hard to say. I was gonna say, my first legal alcoholic drink was with my dad at Pechanga Casino, and he got me a strawberry daiquiri, and it was strawberry daiquiri and then a margarita, and then strawberry daiquiri and margarita. He got me about 6 of them that night, and I ended up puking at the poker table at like 3 in the morning because we went out at midnight on my birthday to go drinking. And yeah, that was my first legal drink, but my first alcoholic drink, like probably like my mom, I remember like letting us have wine at dinner. I don't know, like when I was like 10. My mom's a lush, as y'all know, so yeah, I guess that would probably be it. But like first legal alcoholic drink was with my father, and it was a strawberry daiquiri. What was your first job? My first job was at Target. Oh my gosh, it's like weird going down like memory lane. I worked at Target in Marietta, California. I was 18 and I was living with my dad and going to school part-time, and I really wanted a job to save money. And Target at the time wasn't what it is now. Like Target didn't have really cute accessories. I worked in the electronics department, and I only lasted about 5 weeks before I quit Target, quit school, and moved to Hollywood to become an actress. Now I'm making YouTube videos. What was your first car? It was a 1991 Jeep Cherokee, and it was amazing, and it was silver, and I got it because right before we had seen Secret Window, and Johnny Depp's character drove a Jeep Cherokee in the movie, and I told my mom, like, I need this, I need that car so I can pretend like I'm him. And my mom got me my 91 Jeep Cherokee. It was $2,000, and I had a license plate that said Depp 63, I think, on it. I was obsessed with Johnny Depp back then. He was like really cool. Like this was like a year or two after the first Pirates of the Caribbean came out, and he was like on top of the world. So thank you, Mommy, for my Jeep Cherokee. It was really cool. I actually really loved it, and I had like pink princess seats. I don't know, I thought I was like awesome. It broke down so many times, but like that's the point of a first car, to break down. It'll appreciate your nice car. Trust me, I appreciate my car so much. I never take it for granted. As you guys know, I have a BMW, and I like never take it for granted because it's like amazing and it works. Who was the first person to text you today? Well, let's just see here. I don't know if I should say. Okay. First person to text I cannot say. Someone I really like. I don't want to jinx it. So someone I really liked, my little crush in my head, I guess, texted me this morning at 6:30 my time, which would have been 9:30 his time. And then after that was my mom, who asked me, what time is Double Divas tonight? I wasn't even on, but my mom wanted to know, even though I was like, it's not till a couple weeks, but yeah, okay. Oh, and the first text from that guy that I was saying, he was missing you. Just saying. It was a sweet text. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Who's the first person you thought of this morning? Him. Let's just call him him. He's so cute. I'm so in love with this guy, and he's so not in love with me. It's so awful. And I don't use the word in love a lot, but like I'm so infatuated with him where it's just like, I don't know. I fall hard, and I really feel like we're soulmates. And I don't, like, honestly, I'm not one of those girls who's like, we're soulmates, and the next week I have a new soulmate. Like, no, like, I don't think we're soulmates. I mean, I don't know that yet. But I really just really like this guy so much, and I don't like a lot of people. So I really like him. And like I said, I rarely am excited about someone, but I'm always excited about him. I'm a big loser. Anyways, who was your first grade teacher? Her name was Mrs. Silverman, I believe. And it was in Byron, Illinois, and she had dark hair. I don't know. She wasn't anything, I don't know. I don't really remember first grade. I don't remember really anything about her, just that she was pale and had like a bob haircut, probably like 40. I don't know. She was like a first grade teacher. I don't know. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? Probably, this is kind of depressing, probably back to Illinois when my mom and dad got divorced when I was like 3. I'm sure that was my first plane ride because I don't think we went anywhere like on family vacations or anything before that. So probably when we moved back to Illinois with my mom after my parents got divorced. But I was on lots of planes growing up, back and forth between, hello, my hair's sticking up. Sorry. But I've been on lots of planes back and forth between California and LA because my dad lived in California and my mom lived in Illinois, so my brother and I were always traveling like 4 times a year on planes out here. So that was probably my first plane ride. Who was your first best friend and do you still talk? Do I have any best friends? I never had like best friends in school. Like I just never had like school friends. Like there was never someone that like we always hung out together. Like I just didn't have a best friend growing up. I would say my best friend now was my first best friend. His name is Jeff. And he lives in Boston, and we met on MySpace like, I want to say like 7 years ago now, and we met on MySpace, and it's not like a catfish thing. We've like hung out so many times. He stays with me, I stay with him. But he's so awesome. He did this movie, he wrote this part of this movie that I was such a huge fan of, and we became actually really close friends. Like it was crazy how we met. It's like such a funny story because like I was such a big fan, and on MySpace I was talking about like this movie that he helped write. It's like kind of hard to explain, but anyways, so we started, like I reached out to him and we just like hit it off, and he's like literally the one person who knows everything about me, everything in the world. I think our lives are so parallel, and I absolutely love him. And so like, do we still talk? Yes, we've been best friends for like 7 years. So even though I met him like later in life and he's not like a childhood best friend, like he is definitely a best friend, and I definitely am all about Jeff. I love you, Jeff. You're so amazing. Thank you for being my best friend, even though we don't talk that much. Well, I mean, we talk every day, but lately, like the past 3 weeks, you guys know how that is. Like we used to, sometimes we talk like every single day, but like for the past 3 weeks we haven't talked, but I still love him more than anything. Well, where was your first sleepover? I think it was at my house for my 5th grade birthday party, I think. Just had girls come over. I mean, I had sleepovers for my birthday, and then one time when my dad came back for my birthday, him and his wife like booked like this really huge hotel room at the Clock Tower in Rockford, Illinois, and like we rented a limo, and like all my girlfriends from school came. But it was like always drama at sleepovers. Like everyone, there was always like, it was always divided. Like some like people hated me, and then like my friends hated, like it just separated, and there was always drama, and then people were always so hated each other. So I kind of quit the sleepover thing after like 2 or 3 years of birthday parties. It was just like not worth it. Who was the first person you talked to today? On the phone, I think it was, who was the first person? I don't really talk on the phone that much. Is that weird? So the first person I talked to today, was my sister. I had a really good meeting earlier, and it just went really well, and I told my sister about it. So I don't know. I don't really talk on the phone. Whose wedding were you in the first time? I guess my mom's husband number 3, which is my sister's father. I guess I was their flower girl when I was like 6 or something. I don't know. What was the first thing you did this morning? First thing I do in the morning is check my Instagram and Twitter on my iPhone. Even before peeing. It's weird. It's sad. I'm sorry. That's so good. Starbucks passion tea. It's amazing. Oh my god, so good. When you had your first Starbucks, that should be a question. Okay. What was the first concert you ever went to? First concert was, oh my gosh, this is actually, well, it's not embarrassing. It's actually, I feel proud. Like, I did go to, like, Britney Spears and NSYNC when I was, like, you know, in middle school. But, like, my very first concert was Donny Osmond at the Las Vegas, New York, New York. And I was 13, I guess. Yeah. Or was I 12? I might have been 12 at the time. And I loved Donny Osmond, guys, because I was in the musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and the first time I saw Donny Osmond was when I rented the movie. Well, my mom rented the movie for me to kind of see, like, what it was all about and to see, like, what part I was playing and all that fun stuff. And I remember seeing Donny Osmond and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat and just being like, I love him so much. And I remember, like, when I like something, and even to this day I'm still like this, when I like something, I, like, obsess over it. I have to learn everything about him. And I just fell in love with Donny Osmond, like, puppy love, like, him as, like, a teenager. Like, I just, like, would buy, we didn't have YouTube at the time, so, like, I bought a ton of VHSs, like, his movie Goin' Coconuts. I bought, like, all his CDs. Like, I loved Donny Osmond so much. And I remember my dad, during summer, I think between my middle school and high school year, or maybe between 7th and 8th grade, maybe between 7th and 8th grade, I think, I was like, I really want to see Donny Osmond, I really want to see Donny Osmond. My dad got me 2 tickets and 2 meet and greet passes to see Donny Osmond in Vegas, and I got to meet Donny Osmond, and I tweet the picture from time to time, and it's so geeky. I have, like, a Donny Osmond t-shirt and, like, a Donny Osmond hat and, like, purple socks, because he loved purple socks, and I love Donny Osmond. He is still one of, I think, the best people to go see live. I love him. I think he's, like, playing at the Flamingo in Las Vegas right now with Donnie Marie, and I was like, I need to go see him, because I, like, loved him so much. Like, I was obsessed with Donny Osmond. My stupid camera cut off, but I was telling you a really good story. But moral of the story, plot of the story was between 7th and 8th grade it was, because when I came back 8th grade year, I had this picture. I made, like, multiple copies of it, and I had it in my pencil case in my locker, and I remember my teachers would see it in my pencil case and like, is that Donny Osmond? Like, it's so weird for, like, a 12-year-old girl to, like, be in love with Donny Osmond, but I was, like, in love with him. I was like, you guys don't even know. Like, I thought I was gonna marry him. I believe his wedding anniversary is on my birthday, like May 8th, and I thought, like, we were meant to be together. It was a sign. I had posters of Donny Osmond. I really love Donny Osmond. You guys don't even I don't know. It was Donny Osmond, and I'm so proud that was my first concert, because, like I said, I did do, like, Aaron Carter and, like, Britney Spears and, like, NSYNC, but I felt like that was, like right after all that. Like, I don't know, when I was trying to fit in my first year of high school, or, like, late 8th grade year, I just remember trying to be cool, and then I was just like, no, forget it. I want to go see Tom Jones instead, which is another amazing, amazing concert live. That was a fun question. Okay, first broken bone. Did I ever have a broken bone? I don't think I've ever had a broken bone. I sprained my wrist, but I don't even remember how that happened. And I might have just made that up because I wanted to wear a splint to school. Like, I think I complained about, like, falling on my wrist, and then went to the doctor and they just, like, said it was a sprain, but I don't think I actually did anything to it. I don't know. I don't think I ever broke a bone, though. I didn't. I would have remembered that. First piercing were my ears. I guess it's super boring, but, like, my mom got my ears pierced, like, I don't know, when I was, like, a baby, like 6 months, I guess. I don't know. First foreign country you've gone to. I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe, like, Mexico. No. I mean, maybe, like, Mexico with my dad, like, when I was a little younger, but maybe before, when I was 13, so, okay, so 8th grade going into freshman year, I went over to London to see Michael Jackson. He was doing, like, this 30th anniversary thing, and I forgot where it was at. Maybe, like, the Equinox, or, the Equinox, I feel like that's a gym. Gosh, I can't remember. He was at some club in London, and we followed him to, like, on the train station to Exodus. We just followed him all around London, so probably when I was 13 going to London. I might have gone to Mexico before that with my dad. Like, I don't really remember. I remember going to Mexico because one of my dad's business partner, like, was from Mexico, and I remember going down there, but it was, like, super close. So either, like, Mexico or London, or England, I guess, would have been my first foreign country. First movie you remember seeing. Yeah, like, remember seeing, this is kind of interesting, I guess, too. Like, I remember watching a lot of movies on VHS when I was, like, younger. Like, I remember, like, Little Mermaid and, like, Aladdin, like, you know, around, like, 7, 8. I remember watching those, and, like, The Big Green and, like, The Buddy Holly story. I remember those, but, like, the first movie I really remember, I was 6, and I went to go see Pulp Fiction on my birthday because I really wanted to see it because I was a huge... I really like John Travolta in, like, Grease, and I remember when Pulp Fiction came out and my mom was telling me, like, that was the guy from Grease. I was like, I want to see it. And we went to go see Pulp Fiction in theaters, and I just remember being like, isn't that crazy? Like, that honestly is my first memory. Like, I I just remember going to theaters. Is it weird that like my first movie memory is at 6 years old? Like I feel like that's way old to be remembering a movie, but that's like my first memory. And I just remember thinking like Pulp Fiction was so amazing. It wasn't even like, I don't think I understood like the violence of it and like sex stuff that was happening in it. I don't think I understood that. I just remember like thinking, I don't know, I just remember liking it. I don't know why. Like I wasn't, you know, trying to be cool because I didn't even know like its status or anything about it when it came out, or I didn't even know who Quentin Tarantino was. Like, but I just remember really liking that movie. And yeah, like I just remember seeing it in the movie theaters. It was like my first time at the movies. I don't know, like I said, I'm sure my parents put movies on for me before, but that's like my first memory at the movie theater, and then actual movie. Like I feel like Little Mermaid and all that stuff was like later. I feel like my mom must have gotten in trouble for taking me to see that like she had to watch like all these Disney movies with me later. I don't know. But I know that's like weird, but it's like true. That's like a true story. I tell people that. Like I remember seeing Pulp Fiction when I was like 6 in the theater, like for like my birthday or something. It was like weird. Okay. When was your first detention? I don't think I ever had detention. Isn't that funny? I was watching someone else's and I was thinking like, I don't think I ever got detention. I don't remember like staying after school for anything. I remember getting like demerits in school. Do you guys still have demerits? I remember like getting demerits, like it's like a bad mark, and like 3 demerits you would get detention, but like I don't think I ever had detention. I was a good kid in school. Like I didn't really do anything. I didn't have friends to talk to or pass notes to. I was kind of just there, just kind of existed. Who was your first roommate? I don't think I ever had a roommate, like except for my sister and my mom when they moved out to LA when I was like 22. Like we all moved in together for a little while. No, I never had roommates. Like I lived on my own when I moved to Hollywood the first time in like a really crappy apartment. I guess like a boyfriend kind of counts. I don't know. Let's just forget boyfriends. If you had one wish, what would it be? That is not a first. How is that a first? Anything. If I had one wish, it would be for my family's health. Like, you know how you have family health insurance? I just want my family to be healthy, all of us. We've all had our health issues and health scares, and we're still going through them, and I just want my family to be healthy. Like, I would just, like right now we're all in a pretty good place, I think, but, you know, we have those scares, and it's just so hard. Like, family health things are the worst. But it's also the best because it puts things in perspective. It makes you appreciate your family so much more. But I just want my family's health. Like that's like my ultimate wish. For them to, of course, to be happy too. But in order to be happy, I think you need to be healthy. I guess that's not true. I guess you could have bad health and still be happy. But I would love good health because that's the thing I worry about the most. What is something you would learn if you had the chance? What is something you would learn if you had the chance? I learn everything I want to, you know, like if I want to learn something, I don't know, that's a really good question. To cook? Super shallow, but I would love to learn to cook. What were the first lessons you ever took? This was easy. This is my banjo lessons. I was obsessed with the movie Deliverance when I was like 6 or 7 too. I don't know. I guess I liked butt rape scenes when I was that age. I don't know. But I like begged my dad to take me to banjo lessons, and I started taking banjo when I was like 7, I think. And then like taekwondo classes started right after, like 9 or 10. I took taekwondo classes for like a long time. I took banjo for like 6 years, and then I took like taekwondo for I think like 10 years. I think a long time. I actually got my black belt in taekwondo, which was pretty cool. Okay, so that's it. Also, I feel like since it is my first time, I don't want this video title to be completely deceiving. First time having sex is what I'm going to add into this. I have a whole video called Pillow Talk, Losing My Virginity, but I was 18 years old when I had sex. Very proud that I waited that long. Not to someone I loved. It was to the guy who played Viper on Full House. I never said that before. This is the first right here because in my first time in my Losing My Pillow Virginity, or Pillow Talk Losing My Virginity, I said he was on Full House and everyone was thinking he was like John Stamos or Rob Saget. I was like, I wish. Even Dave Coulier, Uncle Joey would have been cooler than the guy I lost it to. But I remember I met him off MySpace and I remember thinking he was like such a big deal because I loved Full House. Yeah, he played Viper, which was like DJ's boyfriend. The guy is very sweet, but we never dated. Like, I remember going to his house late at night and then he's like, you're not ready, and I wasn't because I never had sex, and then the second night I went over, we just like had sex and it was super awkward because I bled and he thought I had my period and he went in the shower right after and then he was like trying to scrub out the sheets. It was so embarrassing. So anyways, yeah, maybe that's TMI, but there's a whole video if you guys want to know more about that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my first time tag. I tag all of you to do it, and until next time, here are my kissies for my little baby fishies. Mwah!